What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Childhood Story Challenge, and I'm challenging everybody that wants to do it. Like I said in the previous video, you do not have to get too personal. It's just the basics of how you grew up, maybe where you grew up, what you like to do as a child. Is there certain toys that you were into, or was there certain things that you like to do, like games and different things like that? So I'm kicking this off, and I am going to be adding some pictures as well. Y'all don't judge, because I was cute as hell. So I'm going to start this off. So I am not going to disclose my personal age. I am just going to say that I grew up 4 some decades ago. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So this was my, hold on one second. This was my baby picture. Oh, really? All right. So this was my baby picture. Yes, I know. I had a big ass head. I know. Thank you guys for noticing that. Thank you. This was me as a baby as well. See that? That's so adorable. Now, how did I go from a fat ass head to that? Like, come on now. So, I grew up in the same neighborhood that I live in now. I was here for about 21 years. I lived in the same city that I'm in currently, and then I moved out for 10, maybe 12 years. I moved out and then I came back. So, all right, so just a few pictures from whenever I was younger. There is those. Do you see that? And then there's that one. That was my communion picture. And then you got me down here on the little bicycle. All right. Then there's me right there. Can you see that? All right. So that is a couple pictures. And then, hold on, guys. Okay. So, and then I got the picture here. This was me with my brother and sister. Then I got, and this is another picture that was on that yellow sheet. It was that one. I was 4.5 years old. There we go. See, I actually even signed the back of it. I'm not going to show you guys that, but. So, y'all, listen. Look at this and tell me. Is there a resemblance? All right, y'all. That's my father, by the way. All right. So then it got to when I was a little older. Like I said, y'all, don't judge. All right. So there is a picture of me. This is when I was 13. Yeah, y'all, I had the weird hairstyles. But that was from my era, that's why. And there's that one. Look at the hair. This was when I was 14. Okay. Then I had, this one was when I was 15. Y'all, I know. Listen, these hairstyles, it was crazy. It was crazy back then. Can you see that? I wanted to get the light out of there. All right. And then this was when I was, I don't know. I can't say the year because then you'll give it away. But this was my favorite shirt, y'all. I love this shirt. I don't know why. But, yeah. All right, then this is another one of my communion pictures. Confirmation, whatever that was. So, yeah. All right, so like I said, I grew up in I was born in the same city that I'm in currently now. I did move out for a little bit, but growing up, like, my childhood was good. Like, I really enjoyed my childhood. Um, when we were growing up, we lived in, it was like an apartment complex. So we didn't really have like much to do as far as like a yard. Like, we had little yards and stuff like that, but we would get together with the other kids that were in the neighborhood in other buildings, and the yards were pretty much like connected. So if you lived like in the second and third house, like, you had a big huge yard. So we would go to those yards and we would play, like, What Time Is It, Fox? We would play Red Rover, Can I Come Over? We did hopscotch, like basic things that children would do. Like, we slept outside in tents. We took our little snacks and drinks outside, and we pitched this really big tent in our yards, and we went tic-tacking, and yes, I know. I was a good child, though. Like, overall, like, I really didn't do much to get in trouble. And also, too, like, the girls and that I would hang out with, like, we didn't really, like, the tic-tacking, I guess, was, like, the biggest thing that we did. Like, we didn't do nothing extreme, like vandalism or anything like that, because we knew that our ass would get in trouble. So, yeah, so as I got a little bit older, I started hanging out with, like, the same group of people, but we did so much, like, we did different things, like, because at that time, like, they had the dances at school and stuff like that I was able to go to. Once I reached, like, the middle school, we had middle school dances and, things like that I really enjoyed going to, because, we had the best time. And I do remember a couple of my friends that I used to hang out with, Yolanda, Shaki, Nalina, just to name a few. But we had, and Ebony too, we had like the best time at these dances, because, we were getting everybody up to dance, and, we just really enjoyed it. And then once I hit high school, that's whenever, like, I tried to get a little bit more serious about focusing on my school, because I wanted to graduate. And that was a big thing that, I didn't want to disappoint, like, my parents or anything like that. But if I did get, like, a bad grade, as long as I tried, they were, I'll into my other video, as long as I tried and gave it my best effort, like, that was the best thing that they wanted for me, was just to try my best. But I did pretty good. Like, I had amazing teachers. I have a Spanish teacher that actually, lives, I don't know, he might still live down the street from you now, but he was my favorite. Like, I used to, and I hated, like, speaking a different language, but my Spanish teacher, I had him for 3 years, and he was just amazing. Like, he was so amazing. And then my English teacher, like, he, my sister and my brother both had him, and then whenever I came to his room, he was just like, oh, little, and he would say my last name, and he was like, oh no, he said, I'm not gonna have any trouble from you, am I? And I'm like, no, like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, I had your brother and sister, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not nothing like them. Like, I'm a good child. Like, he was like, oh, okay. He said, you're lucky. He said, you have them. And I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you're gonna get a good grade. I'm like, don't give me a good grade because of my brother and sister. I'm like, are you serious? But it was fun. We also went to the dances then. But as I got to like 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I went to, it's called Steel Center. It was like a vocational tech school that you could do like certain classes. Like, they had auto mechanics, they had accounting, they had food service, and things like that you could take, that you could actually take further in your career. So I did the accounting, because that was really, like, I don't know, I guess that was really the only thing that I wanted to do, because at that time I didn't want to, like, bake anything, and, like nothing like that. But our class got to do the attendance for the school. So we would be able to leave our classroom for about a half hour to an hour just to collect the attendance from each of the classrooms. So I had fun because I would always be like, me, I want to do it, and like, so I was kind of like the teacher's pet. Like I always did the things for her. And I remember her name was Miss Janoski. She was amazing. I really liked her. I really liked the class because she didn't make it like very like strict and like that. She made it fun for us because, you don't want to be like just in them books and, you don't do nothing, be quiet and just do your work. Like we watched movies and things like that. But we also, too, we got to do people's taxes that came in. We were able to do them for free. Our teacher did like look over it, obviously, to make sure that we did everything right. But yeah, we did basic taxes for people. And then I wanted to take it forward with me after I left school, but I didn't. I did go to college for a year, but it didn't fit me. It wasn't right for me. I don't know if it was just because I missed being able to hang out because, I went from work to school. So I didn't really kind of have like any life or anything like that. And I think that's what bothered me, which it shouldn't have now that I think about it. But, school isn't for everybody. I'm not saying high school, I'm saying college. It's not for everybody. So I don't want to mislead anybody and say, okay, yeah, you should go to school. You should do this. You should do that. Would it be nice to see people doing that? Yes. To get a career and to have a nice job that you can carry with you and you can move up the ladder. Yes, of course. But for me, that wasn't something that I wanted to do. I worked at Wendy's, which was like, to me, it was like the best job that I ever had. I don't know why. People might say, well, that's not a career. Listen, a job is a job, okay? If you want to, I want to see how to put this because I don't want people to take offense. Like, if you want a more proper job, like, an attorney or a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, you're going to have to go to school. But you could move up the ladder with pretty much any job. So no job is better than another one. As long as you like it and you enjoy it and you work hard, that's all that matters. So I worked at Wendy's. I started fresh out of high school. And I worked there for quite some time. I was kind of like Troy Polamalu was with the Steelers. I was all over the place. Like I did the front register, I did the drive-through window, I did the dining room, I made sandwiches, I was on the grill. Like I pretty much did everything. And then after so long, I ended up going to prepping, which was at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I worked till 2. Perfect time to work because there was nobody in the store until 10:30. So we could kind of do our little cut up, our little things like that from 6 o'clock until 10:30. So what we did is I prepped like all the salads and different things like that was for, the day. And then we would just put them into our cooler. So I did that. Like we made everything fresh every day. Whatever was left at the end of the day was it was thrown out. Which is kind of bad because, there is homeless people that need food, but, we didn't want to give people food that was from the day before or the day before that or anything like that. So our salads and that were always made fresh every morning. And yes, guys, I worked there, so I can vouch for that. Nowadays, I don't know, because there's a lot of places that have food that looks like it's been just sitting there, just sitting out. So yeah, that's basically it. Like my childhood was, I really enjoyed my childhood. Like we did a lot of things. My parents took us a lot of places and stuff like that. And, we used to watch like old homemade movies and things that we did. My mother and them had like this big projector that they had the screen and stuff. And we would look at things like that, but I wasn't born then. It was just my sister and brother, so we were watching like things like that. But it was fun. It was fun. There's not a day that I do regret growing up. Like I had a childhood. Like everybody's childhood is not different. So I mean, everybody's childhood is different. So I did. As I got older, I did do my little rebellious thing a little bit, but not too much because I knew that I would be in trouble. So we had a trailer that we used to go to. It was up at Mountain Pines. It was up by Seven Springs that my parents and I would go to. And it was fun. They had an indoor heated pool, and then they had an outdoor Olympic pool. They had an arcade. They had a building that they used to have dances and things like that for like different holidays and things. And so it was fun. Like, you know, I made a lot of friends up there, and friends that I actually do have now. I don't see them, but I do talk to them. So yeah, like everybody has like their families and stuff like that now. So it's kind of like everybody does their own thing, but I do still keep in touch with the two girls that I was good friends with. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I think she said her parents still had the trailer, but they didn't go up there. But there is a few people that I do know that still have the trailers up there. Because we all wanted to set a day and we just wanted to kind of go up there and hang out and stuff like that. Just, you know, for old time's sake and, you know, just kind of like chill. But if we'll get around to it, I don't know. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys like the childhood story dream from your girl Diaz. Like I said, don't judge my pictures, y'all. I was cute. I did have a big head, but I was cute. So yeah, give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, and let me know if you guys are up for the challenge. I know Reppin' CT, I know he said he's going to do it. He did comment on my post on YouTube and said that he's all for it. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that. If there's anybody else that wants to do the challenge, you know, feel free, if you guys wouldn't mind tagging me in it or shouting me out in the video that you accepted the challenge from me. And let's just see how far this goes. All right, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And for the ones that I don't talk to, I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. It's coming up so fast, and it's going to be New Year's soon. It's going to be a whole brand new year. So I hope that everybody enjoys the holidays. I hope they are safe. And be prepared because I am going to be making a holiday video. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to be making. I know I have the ham, but you know, everybody kind of does the same thing every year. It's always ham, macaroni, stuffing, mashed potatoes, rolls, you know, whatever they do, which is fine. It's a tradition. But I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit and just start my own tradition and, you know, make things that I enjoy. So ham will be on the table, but I'm not sure what else I'm going to be making. I know definitely the baked macaroni will be on the table because everybody seems to love it. There is a couple people that are here that, you know, come over that don't care for the baked macaroni, which is fine. I always make a pan that is just regular, you know, because that's just what I do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to my childhood story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel. And I am challenging everybody on YouTube to make a childhood story video. Like I said, you do not have to get personal. You do not have to name names, nothing like that. It's just your basic childhood, like, you know, where you grew up at, you know, what you did as a child and things like that. So I don't want anybody to feel like they have to get personal because they don't. So yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.